Well, courtesy of Whakatane Electrical WEC. Thanks, Mike. Love your work, love your work. Thank you very much for supporting our sport. Long-time legend of the Whakatane Club, now renamed, of course, VOP. 11 to get through there. Go, Nikki, all the way. Nikki Malin. Lovely to have Nikki with us. Here she is. And Nikki, a much better start. She can take the whole shot money as well. So that's pretty cool. Like to see that. So then we go to Nikki. That will be a awesome start for her. Got to make a note of that one on the sheet. Second race today for Nikki. Of course, it shows that domiciled in Levin, that's where she's been based when they've been over here for the holiday. Of course, politely we call them these days expat Kiwis. Of course, now with Nikki in her life, spending more time overseas than she does in New Zealand, but loves the opportunity to come home, and we'll be welcoming the opportunity to talk to her husband Paul a little later on here after he's done his work to support Nikki here. Nikki had made a commitment to come back to New Zealand and do some riding. Had the opportunity to talk to her earlier today and saying just what a commitment it's proved to be this year, because she hasn't been able to get the practice and the preparation with the inclement weather conditions that we've been blasted with through much of the early part of summer. You know, a month of summer's gone already. Holy Toledo, we had more dry days in winter than we had already in the whole of summer. So with some terrible conditions that have been against many of the clubs and riders and various preparations, and Nikki, just one of those, played with it as she attempted to make a great ride here in New Zealand. But we'll talk more about that shortly. Back to our motor at this stage, and here we are with our 79 for Roma Edwards on that Honda Motul Best Build Construction Alpine Star. Bell helmets, 100% goggles, Pirelli unforeseen graphics, Flying W suspension, Akrapovic along with the twin air, Renthal, Hahn wheels, Matrix, X-Rigs by Moto SR, Dr. Trim, Vortex, Hinson Works Connection, Reaper, Fit Nation NZ. Of course, Roma is a fitness freak now at home in beautiful Mount Maunganui on the Honda CRF 250. As poor Dad still works back in the Tasman region. But the Edwards family making a lovely new home for themselves here in the beautiful Bay of Plenty. So great work. There's Nikki all the way, and Nikki hanging in there at the moment for that third spot. So it is Roma in front. Then we go to Amy. Then looking back to Nikki at the moment. Could be there for a third place. Go to Brianna. Sorry, my apologies, Briley Denunci from Meg Payton, Michaela Rowan there. What an awesome job for Michaela this year. How about the Kawi Girls story, folks? You don't get on TV for just running any kind of motorcycle event. You run one because you're passionate about what happens in women's motocross. And Kawi Girls, an outstanding success story for the growth of women in our sport, and using motorcycles as a platform to unite and ignite and delight their lives. I think it's just a beautiful concept. And really loving all the work that we've seen out there from Michaela. So she's having a ride today out there on the number 7. So looking out for her in addition to your program. WEC, Whakatane Electrical in conjunction with Coastline Electrical supporting our women's class today. So well done to the women. Clearly, of course, these are 15 years and over. Yesterday's was the up to 15s. So we now have an opportunity to make a sort of a split, I suppose you'd say, with our women's. Clearly a junior lineup yesterday and a senior lineup here today. So although it might have been a superb whole shot start, and doing that on a 1.25 for Nikki, that is fantastic. You just don't see that. 43 down here at the moment for Amy. Amy to go past. So that puts Amy into the lead now. Amy's gone to number 1. Where are we with Roma? Missed where that happened, but change for the lead as well. Don't think this is going to be Amy here now. I'm just, oh, it is. My apologies, made the mistake. There she goes. So, no, that's Briley. Oh, just as a glimpse. Does that mean a change? You know, I'm sure when I saw it, I didn't think it was, and I looked at the number on her shirt and said, no, it wasn't. But then I looked at the number on the bike and thought, yes, it was. Well, I don't see any yellow flags displayed. I don't see too much. In fact, there she goes. She's just going across the line there now. So she is at least on the bike and circulating. How many places has she lost? That will be the story. 7th place for race leader Roma Edwards. So did not see where that occurred at all. I've made the statement many times. I'd be gifted. Well, I think it might have been the new S-bends in the middle of the track where we'd seen a rider down earlier and didn't pay much attention to think, in fact, that it was Roma potentially at that place, so she'll be disappointed, more than disappointed. Got to use the word, she'll be gutted for the fact that she'd had a departure from the track and losing out on her placings. So there we go, now our new revised race order: Amy Roberts, Briley Dudunsky from Nikki Malin, go to Meg Payton and Michaela Rowe, along with Olivia Singer and Roma now in that 7th place. Brooke Daly from Summer Perrin, Ella Shannon back out in the race. Lost an impetus here earlier, but recovered now. Taylor Josephs, Jade Orkett, Shannon McEwen, and Georgia Sibilink, and unfortunately not a start for Georgia in this moto. So it may have been a drama for her, or potentially she was now as our injured rider from that previous race. And hopefully we wish her all the best for a speedy recovery. Go Georgia. We get to see Georgia quite a bit with her riding and women's moto. There she is out to enjoy it today. 43 and going for it. 43 and Amy. The Hamiltonian on that Althum JCR Yamaha, Blue Crew, Yamaloo, Blackwood Yamaha, 70 Workshop Graphics, Fox, Pirelli with Etiquette, 888 Training, AJR Health and Fitness, and she's been talking about that. She's been saying that's what she believes has been the missing ingredient, and having to try and do more training to try and get herself back on track. That's what she thinks has been the missing ingredient, and it's good to know when you think it's training, because it's something you can actually do something about. If you think you've got a psychological disadvantage on the other competitor, it's way harder to try and build a stronger mental game than it is to build a stronger physical game. So well done to Amy, getting that physical game well sorted. Look at the advantage that she's got as she flies down the back straight at the moment. So our women's motocross rules. And man, we're going to see these ladies, of course. The first round of the Motocross Nationals in Balclutha is called the Women's Cup. It's a one-off championship race, and that will be a single standalone event. And then we'll come to the 3 rounds in the North Island, Rotorua, Hawke's Bay and Taupo, and they will be the 3 incorporating into the New Zealand Senior Women's Championship. So they are the 2 concepts of those. So to win the Women's Cup, all you've got to do is win 1 round. To win the Women's Championship, you've got to be the best over 3 rounds. So, and this, of course, is acknowledging our women's class for the first time officially as being the entire championship within the normally male-dominated Motocross Nationals. So the women are part of it now and really taking up the game. Previously, of course, the women were in more natural terrain, green grass racing with the Veterans Championship event. And that was really only a 1 weekend affair as well. So now it is a true championship covering greater events, greater tracks, greater geography, more chance for people to, as it were, intervene in that event or be part of it, whether you're in the South Island or the North Island, middle of the North, upper North, west or east as well. All right, there we go. Go Briley, go Briley. Look at that, Briley Dudunsky getting some pressure on here at the moment. So Briley now with Meg right on her case at the moment, 446. And Meg Payton at the moment out of Mangatorodu on the YZF 250. So a good ride for Meg. Now she can see somebody like Briley as a catalyst for the Rotorua lady on that Lakes Honda White's Power Sport supported CRF 250. So Briley putting the pressure on. Go Michaela. There she is, the number 7. Michaela Rowe, daughter of the legend Mitch Rowe. Another of our 2-stroke riders out there at the moment in the hands of 188. One of our girls just to ride through there. In fact, just is that Summer Perrin maybe? Summer doesn't have any numbers on her riding gear nor on the bike, so making it very awkward to pick up. 49 we can see here. Ella Shannon out of Palmerston North. 43 we go to, along with the 316 picked up in there. But in amongst them all, of course, the white flag going out to our 43 with Amy Roberts. Amy, for quite some time after the last championship, has been using the number 1 on her bike, but recently has decided to make a change. Unsure of the significance of 43, or whether she thought the number 1 was putting a target on her back or whatever, but she's moved away from using the current number 1 status. Maybe when she earns it back again, and she's got every likelihood to do so, that she will return to having that number. There we go, 75.446. Good to watch. Briley and Meg, there they are, two riders in a very close battle. There's only 2 bike lengths to separate them. Here comes Roma. Can she do it with a lap to go? Making up the time, remembering back in 7th place. So lost a lot when she had the lead, but she now got back to 4th. Now to 4th place, and she's got 2nd and 3rd in her sight. She is well capable of trying to take this place over the remaining 1 lap of the race. So we'll look out with interest. There she goes around the Honda Hot Shot corner, and there's both Briley and Meg up in front of her. Where's the pit board to tell her? This is where the pit board is just so crucial to tell her. Does she realise who those riders are in front? If she wants to get back for consistency on the points, she'll need to overtake those 2 ladies, and she's well with the ability to do so, and with the speed. Look at the difference over the Power Farming. Super jump in the middle of the paddock there, and hot shotting it over there. The number 5 jump, as we call it. Now looking for 6 here, and she'll be coming through. There she goes, going past another of the riders, picks up an extra placing. Sorry, one of the lappers. And there's our other 2 ladies. Briley, Meg, and here comes Roma. Here she comes now. Looking out for Roma. The other 2, in fact, they were lap riders. That is still definitely Briley and Meg up there. They're running 2nd and 3rd, remember. Now, you know, when you're back in 4th place, you're losing those points. So needs to make sure. Here's Amy. Amy's got the win, and the win all the way, and deservedly so too. Amy Roberts clearing comfortably number 1 for the race. At the other placings down to the wire, and there's a change. Meg's gone up. Meg's made the leap. Meg Payton's made the leap. As we see Briley Danansky follow her, and then Roma's gone for the outside line. And it's a bit harder to use, but here she comes on the tail of the others. I don't think she can do it. I think she's left her run a little bit too late. The other girls, I think Meg for sure is going to take it. Maybe Roma can get Briley. Will it be a change? She's got to go for the inside, got to be quicker than that for the final corner. And here we go. Oh, and Briley drops it. Meg gets the 2nd, and Roma will get up for the 3rd. Briley will be gutted with that. Made the mistake. She was in 2nd place, had that as good as guaranteed, but over the last lap she's lost 1 placing to Meg, and the other threw a fall to Roma, which is see her go back from 2nd to 4th place. An outstanding ride all the same. So there you go, a very exciting 1, 2 and 3. So 1st place again for Amy Roberts, 2nd Meg Payton, and in 3rd Roma Edwards.